Paulo Coelho, the best-selling author of The Alchemist in Adultery, he captures the taste of the masses as he let us travel back in time to the Great War as he brings to life and uncover the tragic story of the history's most enigmatic woman, Mata Hari. Prepare yourself as Coelho will charm you with his fictional novel, The Spy, the portrait of a seductive and colorful figure of Mata Hari with ambition, glamour, love, and secrecy that spun out towards this woman's life. The opening scene of the book Matahari is an impactful scene having her death sentence, which really catching our interest about what really the story behind it and what have happened to this woman at the time of her life. Mata Hari was an exotic dancer, a Dutch courtesan during the period of World War II. Born in Leeuwarden, and the affluent status of her parents was able to afford her education and her training as a dancer. At the age of 16, while in Leiden, she was being raped by her principal and married to a soldier who is looking for a partner written in the newspaper advertisements. Afterwards, she landed back to Europe to flee from her abusive husband and she lost her custody to her daughter. In Paris, she marked her debut as a dancer by performing sacred dances she learned from her school back in Java. A major turning point of event, her fame would eventually entangle her as she was accused as a double agent spy for France and Germany and was sentenced to death. Mata Hari, in my view, she danced on all the greatest stages across Europe because she was doing sacred dances, but she was naive here. Self obsessed because of powerful connections, reckless woman, and clueless that she was being manipulated as she was accused as a double spy and was charged with a death sentence. It really is a big turn of event, but she really wasn't sympathetic here as she was a self-centered woman. However, it is really an unfair trial for her, starting from the lack of substantial evidence to righteously sentence Matahari to death. So Matahari is merely a victim of injustice. So this is the book, The Spy by Paulo Coelho. So one thing I like about the main character here, Matahari, she was a fearless woman and she withstood various obstacles. But the quote that I've showed you earlier was very Matahari. Uh, she denied her existence. She pretended to be someone she's not. She's a wannabe. And she, because she was already accustomed to fame, money, and powerful connections, she want more, wanting for more. She put herself in a situation with nowhere to go but to die. So don't deny your existence. Don't ever deny your existence. Embrace your past and be contented. That way you will live peacefully. So this book, The Spy by Paulo Coelho, is a must read for those who want to read about the quick story of the mysterious, enigmatic woman during the era of World War II. And if you want to read historical fiction, I highly recommend this. So this book is for you.
Good day, everyone. My name is the Grace Budadong, and for today's review, we are going to have a book review. This book titled about the Legend of the Mosquito, or in Tagalog, The Alamat ng Lamok. The story is started by Segundo Matias Jr. and illustrations by Rowan Agarao. And also, this book was published in 2008 at Lampara Publishing House, Incorporated. So let's have a book review because I'm sure after you are listening from the story, you will get a learning from this or a moral lesson and values that this story is trying to impart, especially for kids or to children. And also even the adults can learn from the story.
Segundo Matias Jr. was the author of The Legend of the Mosquito, and he has written teleplays for ABS-CBN and the show Lino Broca Presents, as well as screenplays for Regal Film, Seco Films, and Viva Films. His teleplays Piglos and Palamuti both won at the ABS-CBN teleplay contest, while his Loida, Taxi Driver, won a Palanca Award in 1991. He is a member of Writers Studio Manila, an organization of television and film writers. So the genre of The Legend of the Mosquito, it is folktale, legend, children's story, and the setting is in the old days in a faraway kingdom. And the characters is Princess Lamok, the king and the queen, the dog, the cat, servants, the Akbar, Omar, and Rhea. So those are all the characters in The Legend of the Mosquito. So this is the conflict, man versus man, because Omar and Akbar had a fight because of the Princess Lamok. And the point of view is the third person, which is the narrator of the story. This is the summary of the story, the exposition. In the old days, in a faraway kingdom, Princess Lamok get bored. And to amuse herself, she does everything to have fun. First, she catches the spiders, escaping the dog from its cage to chase the cat. Second, she asks the heavens to bring harm on earth through thunder and lightning. Third, she pokes the servants with her toy sword. And last, she weaves stories which she whispers to the people that result in troubles and unhappy events in the kingdom. So the rising action is when the king realized and noticed that her daughter was responsible for everything that happened in the kingdom, and the climax is it is about the punishment of Princess Lamok, and the resolution is when Lamok turned into a mosquito. And the theme in the legend of the mosquito is doing bad things to other people to be happy is not fun. It only brings chaos. So this is the book Alamat ng Lamok, or in English The Legend of the Mosquito by Segundo de Matias.